Alleged predator behind bars, what the man is accused of doing to a 12-year-old after she was found at a hotel.
Plus, remembering a Southeast Texas staple, the legacy of J.B. Arrington he is leaving behind and how he is being remembered by the Orange community.
And the Olympic opening ceremonies begin tonight. We take you out to the Museum of the Gulf Coast to remember past Olympians from the 409. 12 News Daybreak starts now. We want to bring your attention to some breaking news out of Vidor, where there's been a wreck in the 1200 block of Main Street. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Tia Johnson.
I'm Mark Armstrong. It's 7 o'clock right now, and Police Chief Rodney Johnson confirming that someone has died. We are still working to confirm details, but if you have to drive in that area, be on the lookout. There may be delays. We're going to keep you updated as we learn more. Let's go ahead and check in with Jeff as we take a live look outside from our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network here above Orange. Jeff, I think you said the temperatures out there feeling a little chilly this morning, huh?
Yeah, as you can see there, we're in the 40s right now, 49 officially in Orange and also 49 on our Skycam. We're at 45 in Beaumont, 46 in Port Arthur, Silsbee and Kirbyville's at 44, 42 in Woodville, and then definitely the cold spot is Jasper, which has dropped now to 34 degrees for this morning. Once again, you can see the clear skies. Sun's starting to lighten up the skies just a little bit, and our day planner showing temperatures really jumping up there for this morning. We go from 40s now to lower 50s at 9 a.m. By lunchtime, we'll be in the upper 60s, and then we'll get up into those middle 70s for this afternoon. So beautiful afternoon, nice and warm compared to what we've been seeing the last few days. Won't see low 60s or upper 50s for highs, but 70s out there. And we'll see west winds today anywhere between about 5 and 10, so we won't have much of a breeze blowing like we have the last couple of days. Looks like as we head through the weekend, we'll see weather maybe not quite as warm, but pretty much like this. We'll have a look at your forecast for Saturday and Sunday and beyond coming up in just a little bit.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Beaumont police are asking for your help to bring a missing man home safely. 71-year-old Glenn Royal was last seen January 22nd after being discharged from St. Elizabeth Hospital. Police have checked other hospitals and the Jefferson County Jail, but haven't found him. If you've seen Royal or know where he might be, call police.
Well, in Beaumont, 4 inmates at the Federal Correctional Complex, they are facing murder charges following a deadly altercation. Federal prosecutors say that a grand jury has indicted Conrad Ned, Jeremy Crow, Ramon Ibarra, and Curtis McClendon. And they say that they are connected to the death of another inmate back on November 21st. Now, if convicted, each of them could face up to life in federal prison. The FBI and Bureau of Prisons investigating.
The Galveston County DA says he'll do everything possible to keep an accused sexual predator in jail. Graham Dunn was caught with a 12-year-old girl at a motel on the seawall.
Oh, got one arrested. Look at this.
I've been a prosecutor for 37 years, and this is one of the most disgusting situations I've heard of.
Investigators say Dunn first made contact with the victim on social media, then kidnapped her last Friday while she was walking her dog. He's accused of taking her to a motel, drugging her, assaulting her, and recording it all with his cell phone. Investigators say the girl's family reported her missing when the dog returned home without her, and her phone pinged near the motel.
I didn't really give them an option to, we don't have access to the cameras. I said, we need to call someone right now. We need to wake them up. We need to get someone down here because we're watching the cameras.
Dunn was already wanted out of Dallas County for violating probation and has ties to alleged crimes in at least 4 other states. He's being held without bond in Galveston.
Well, people in Orange, they're remembering a man whose life touched classrooms, ranches, and dinner tables across Southeast Texas. J.B. Arrington, a longtime agriculture teacher and owner of the community's staple JB's Barbecue, he died at 100 years old.
Now community members are sharing why his legacy will live on forever. 12 News' Nick Canizales has the story.
To generations in Orange, J.B. Arrington was more than just a name. He was a mentor, a rancher, and the heartbeat of a beloved barbecue joint.
Everything he did in a big way.
Even after retiring, families say that he never slowed down, leaning into one of his favorite pastimes, writing.
He called it truth or trash. So you had to decide. And sometimes I'd say, that's a little too much trash for me.
Friends say that curiosity and wit fueled a deep commitment to community from conservation and ranching to public service.
To describe JB, the one word that comes to my mind is spirit. Another word that had come up was determination. That's a spirit and determination that is uncommon these days. JB was a fixture in our community.
Sal remembers a man who showed up, spoke up, and always had something to teach.
But he had an immense knowledge of our community and what it needed to do and what we needed to do to improve things, and he was always willing to give you that information. All you had to do was ask, and sometimes you didn't even have to ask. He'd just call you and tell you.
His daughter Betty says that was his mission: make you think, then make you better.
He believed that was his very purpose in life.
A teacher, a storyteller, and a neighbor, J.B. Arrington leaves a legacy built on service and the simple idea that learning never stops.
Now in America, a new plea from the Guthrie family as investigators in Arizona say they've heard nothing from the people responsible for Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. The mother of Today's Show anchor Savannah Guthrie vanished from her home early Sunday morning. Investigators believe she was kidnapped. The FBI says there's still no proof of life, but investigators believe she is alive and can be saved.
Yeah, they say an unverified ransom letter demanding Bitcoin was sent to media outlets, prompting an emotional plea from Guthrie's children.
There was no other demands within that letter, so they're still waiting for communication.
The FBI is now offering a $50,000 reward and has released its most detailed timeline yet. President Trump launched a new online drugstore last night.
It promises discounts on prescription drugs, but how does it work exactly? ABC's Rena Roy takes a closer look.
The Trump administration last night launching its new website known as Trump RX, designed to make prescription drugs cheaper.
Dozens of the most commonly used prescription drugs will be available at dramatic discounts for all consumers.
The website does not sell medications directly. Instead, it offers pharmacy coupons like this or discounts through the manufacturer. The president saying consumers can expect big savings on medications used to treat diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. For example, the popular weight loss drug Wegovy will be discounted to about $150 a month, down from an original price of more than $1,300. Although by late last year, some patients were already paying as little as $199 a month. Trump RX discounts are available only to cash-paying patients and do not apply to those using insurance. The website advises users to check their copay first, because for some, paying through insurance may still be cheaper.
This is expected to benefit a very narrow group of Americans, those who, number one, don't have insurance, and number two, can also afford to pay these prices out of pocket.
Experts say the program could still help some insured patients.
Anybody who has a very high deductible, someone who has limited drug coverage as part of their current insurance plan, this could be very useful for them.
According to the website, the biggest savings could be on fertility drugs, which are often not covered by insurance. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Only a few dozen drugs are currently offered on the website, with more expected to be added soon.
And it's time for the 2026 Milan Cortina Winter Games. The Olympic flame had arrived in Milan yesterday ahead of tonight's opening ceremonies. And that Olympic spotlight is going to shine on athletes from around the world tonight. But some past champions have roots right here at home.
The Museum of the Gulf Coast is highlighting local Olympians whose journey started in Southeast Texas. 12 News reporter Derek Jones has been there all morning with how these hometown athletes are being remembered. Derek.
Yeah, Mark, it's here. We've been here all morning highlighting the local athletes and Olympians here from Southeast Texas. And I have the director of the museum, Tom Neal, with me. And Tom, could you tell me a little bit about the process that goes into selecting these athletes and how you guys get the items that you have to showcase?
Fortunately, the items come from the family members. If there are some people that pass on before we are able to acknowledge them, but it's a process where you have to have national or international standing. You have to have a body of work, and these are where we have a lot of great people that are worthy, but they're not worthy. They have other places they can be recognized. Come on this way. I'll show you our Olympian Mark Henry. He's a weightlifter. People know him. He was also in the WWF. Mark holds weightlifting. records that still are unbroken to this day. A great guy. He lives in the Austin area, and we acknowledge him for his great work he did in the Olympics. And then we have, just, as you'll notice, some of the sports exhibit is not complete. We have just renovated this area, and we are adding more and more people to this exhibit. And plus, I have about another 10 or 15 more people we have scheduled to join this thing. We have we're going to have a ribbon cutting pretty soon with Wade Phillips in this thing. Here's another way we show our various athletes. For instance, if you look at the tennis, this is our area you can just drill into thing. We have a tennis player who's part of this, Chandra Rubin, out of Lafayette. She was one of the early performers in the Olympics. She started playing and making headlines nationally at age 14. She beat Serena Williams, and so and we acknowledge her as an Olympian, and it's just great to be able to tell her story and many others that you've seen on the camera around here today.
Gotcha. Thank you so much, Mr. Neal. Never heard someone beat Serena Williams.
Yes, that's amazing. By the way, we're open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, and so we encourage people to come in. Music, sports, notable people. We hope people come in and take advantage of it. It's a great place, and we have some great athletes. 250 people in these exhibits.
Gotcha. Thank you so much, Mr. Neal. So if you guys are looking for something to do during the week or on the weekend, come out to the Museum of the Gulf Coast. Live in Port Arthur, Derek Jones, 12 News.
Wow, sounds like a great exhibit. Had no idea there was so much history right here in Southeast Texas. Well, with the Olympics start with the opening ceremony that happens tonight at 7 p.m. You can watch it and all the games here on NBC 12. And a Southeast Texas nonprofit added a fun twist on fundraising last night. Samaritan Counseling and Wellness Center, they brought couples together for a game show. The Not So Newlywed Game, it featured 4 couples who've been married for at least 20 years. They competed to see who knows their spouse best while raising money for a good cause. Organizers say that every dollar raised, it goes directly back into the community.
All of the funds raised tonight go into our operating expenses that provide services for those individuals who may not have the financial resources to seek out behavioral health services.
That event has sold out year after year for nearly a decade, something organizers say speaks to the strong support for mental wellness in Southeast Texas. All right, coming up here on Daybreak on 12 News Plus, today is National Wear Red Day, how it focuses on women's cardiovascular health during American Heart Month. Plus, Dairy Queen Super Bowl deal brought to you by Taylor and Swift. We'll explain that coming up. And a child gets a jury summons. Your trending news is coming up. Your time is 7:12. Yeah, it's Black History Month. Wilma Rudolph, she overcame polio as a child, becoming the first American woman to win 3 gold medals in a single Olympics. Born in 1940, she was told that she may never walk again, but through determination, she dominated 3 races in the 1960 Olympics in Rome. She used her fame to fight segregation, ensuring that her homecoming parade was the first integrated event in her hometown. We'll be right back.
To the spot welders and forklift drivers, to the pipeline technicians and plant operators, to the chemists, custodians, and contractors, and the engineers, pilots, and wellhead pumpers. To the people working day after day, keeping our Power City rolling, 12 News is telling your stories.
Extended the temporary restraining order.
When industry news breaks, we're on the front lines, digging into the issue, filtering out rumors, and giving you the facts, direct from inside sources.
Lamar is working to protect Power City from hackers.
Taking on the story from all sides and all angles with award-winning coverage.
The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Southeast Texas is a power city, and we're bringing the power to you. 12 News, putting Southeast Texas first.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, "Don't mess with Texas" means don't litter.
It's time to honor our local educators with the 12 News Golden Apple Awards. Once a month, 12 News will surprise an educational staff member who has gone above and beyond to make a positive impact on the lives of Southeast Texas students. Nominate your educator by going to 12newsnow.com/Golden Apple to do your part in showcasing the heroes that make a difference both inside and outside the classroom. The Golden Apple Awards every month on 12 News.
From Dallas to Houston, San Antonio to Austin, it's the news that moves all of Texas. Texas News Now. One power-packed hour with enough Texas news to fill a 10-gallon hat. Your top headlines, weather alerts, and big travel updates. No matter where you're headed, across town or across the state, we've got Texas covered. Texas News Now. Weekdays, noon. Only on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
It's a woman's greatest threat, cardiovascular disease, and today is National Wear Red Day. People all over the country, they're sporting red shirts, sweaters, dresses, you name it. It's all to raise awareness for the women in their lives. Now, heart disease, it's the #1 killer of women, accounting for 1 in 3 deaths each year. That's more than all forms of cancer combined. Heart disease and stroke, they can affect women at any age, so eating better, being active, getting good sleep, and quitting tobacco, that can help manage risk factors like weight, blood pressure, glucose, and cholesterol.
Lifestyle changes, food choices, sleep advice, being checked for sleep apnea. And then for some, it's medications to manage some of the health factors.
Doctors say that even small changes, they can have enormous impacts over a lifetime, and there's no better time to start improving your health than now during American Heart Month.
Clear skies overhead in southeast Texas here. You're seeing the sun starting to come up over the horizon in Jasper. This camera brought to you by Provalis, part of the Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. It is chilly. Temperatures are chilly across most of the area, but it's cold in Jasper. We're right now looking at temperatures back down into the middle 30s there. Most areas into the middle to upper 40s. As we check the weather map, pretty quiet, not much going on. Maybe a couple of clouds out towards, say, extreme West Texas there, but overall, fairly dry. We'll be dry through the weekend into next week, and we'll also see some nice warm temperatures as we head towards the weekend into next week. We're talking about highs in the 70s. Now, mornings will be cool, but the afternoons look pretty good. So this morning, starting off in those 40s, but we'll see middle to upper 50s by 10 o'clock. Lunchtime will be in the upper 60s, and then we'll see highs today up there around the middle 70s. So looking pretty good if you have any outdoor plans for today. Take the sunglasses, maybe a little sunblock, as we'll see completely sunny skies. Temperatures dropping back into the 60s around 7 o'clock. By 10 o'clock, we'll see temperatures in the 50s. And then tomorrow morning, with a little bit of a weak front going through, we'll see winds shifting more out of the north, and that should cool us down into the 40s. So it's going to be another chilly start. Looks like on Saturday, even Sunday, we'll see 40s again. So a couple of mornings here where we'll continue to see those 40s. For today, though, look at these nice middle 70s for this afternoon's highs. West winds at 5 to 10. Once again, lots of sunshine. And then for tonight, clear skies with a little bit of a north wind between about 3 and 8. Temperatures dropping off into generally the middle 40s. Could see a couple of lower 40s towards Jasper, the lakes areas, but most of the area will be between, say 44, 46, 47 degrees, somewhere in that range. Our 7-day forecast shows a beautiful weekend, right around 70 on Saturday, 72 on Sunday with those chilly mornings. No problems as far as any active weather over the weekend, so outdoor plans look good there. Monday looks good as well, 74. And then as we get in towards Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you can see the morning lows still in the 40s. We'll replace those with the 50s each morning. Afternoon highs will be anywhere between 72 and 75, so looking nice and warm. And our rain chances about 30% late Tuesday, coming into around 20% before the sun comes up on Wednesday. So a quick little shot there, maybe a few showers. Doesn't look like it's going to be a big deal as far as any heavy rain or anything like that late Tuesday into Wednesday.
This looks like a great week to get a suntan or something like that.
I'm wondering if we are like, is it clear or is it like, no, winter's still here? We gonna cool
yeah,
off
I would say through February, you still got to watch. I think our latest freeze we've ever had in Beaumont was, I think it was April 3rd or something like that. So it could still get cold here through the month of February. So I wouldn't put away the jackets and the coats just yet. Yeah.
Just yet. All right. Thank you, Jeff.
You bet.
7:19. Let's do some trending news here on 12 News Plus. And ahead of this Super Bowl Sunday, Dairy Queen is partnering with Taylor and Swift for a surprise new menu item.
Yeah, you heard that right, Taylor and Swift. The new chicken strip party platter is part of Taylor and Swift's halftime feast, a campaign fronted by pro football players to ride Taylor and DeAndre Swift. Fans who tag their game day partners in DQ's Instagram announcement post will be entered to win one of 60 platters. They include 25 original or flamethrower strips and 8 dips, including DQ's iconic soft serve. Now, I wonder if, obviously, that's a play on word with Taylor Swift, but they didn't have to pay Taylor Swift for that.
We'll find out when the lawsuit comes out, won't we?
Well, all right. It's almost time for Animal Planet's annual Puppy Bowl.
That's right. Team Rough, they're going to take on Team Fluff this Sunday. It's for the first time. There's going to be 15 special need pups and another game spotlighting adoptable senior dogs. That's going to be Team Oldies versus Team Goldies. Now, in all, it's going to highlight 150 dogs from over 70 shelters. The 3-hour event, it airs Sunday at 1 p.m. on Animal Planet, Discovery, TBS, True TV, HBO Max, and Discovery Plus. So many ways to watch.
Woo!
For more information, visit puppybowl.com. And of course, we just had our own little puppy bowl at the Humane Society of Southeast Texas. So always adorable. Go out there and adopt one today. All right, well, a Connecticut man is making headlines over the jury summons that he got in the mail, but it wasn't for him.
Yeah, ABC's Rena Roy has more on this mishap courtesy of the state government.
We've all heard creative excuses to get out of jury duty, but one person in Connecticut has an excuse that's airtight. She's only 4 years old.
I actually breathed a sigh of relief when I saw it wasn't my name on it. And then it took me a second. I'm like, wait a minute, why is my daughter's name on this jury summons?
More than 500,000 Connecticut residents are summoned for jury duty each year. But unlike Zara Ibrahimi, most are not in preschool.
I took it with a little bit of humor, and I sent over my wife a text, and I said, hey, looks like Zara's getting summoned to jury duty.
With her reporting date of April 15th approaching, her dad tried to get her up to speed on her civic responsibility.
She's like, what's that? And I'm like, it's where you listen and you decide if someone's guilty or not guilty. And she goes, I'm just a baby.
So how did a 4-year-old get summoned? The government gets names from a variety of sources, some of which do not include birth dates.
There was a free text box, so I put in, I haven't even completed preschool yet. Please excuse me.
Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Time now 7:22. We'll be right back with more news and weather in just a bit.
This is a tornado on the ground.
And the roads are slippery.
We have a tropical storm warning.
Look at this water.
Street flooding in Beaumont.
It is going to get extremely cold.
The metal building blew away from a business. Staying safe behind the wheel is imperative.
Find a safe spot, move to an interior room.
Just make sure you're staying safe.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
The STEM fields are providing opportunity to be part of the developments that will shape the future, and the Army National Guard is at the forefront of the movement. Soldiers can serve part-time and choose from dozens of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics jobs, working with cutting-edge technology and innovations. And the skills and experience they receive can open doors for them to civilian careers in the STEM world. Join a team that is taking the lead in STEM by talking to a local recruiter or by going to nationalguard.com/careers.
It's time to honor our local educators with the 12 News Golden Apple Awards. Once a month, 12 News will surprise an educational staff member who has gone above and beyond to make a positive impact on the lives of Southeast Texas students. Nominate your educator by going to 12newsnow.com/Golden Apple to do your part in showcasing the heroes that make a difference both inside and outside the classroom. The Golden Apple Awards every month on 12 News.
No matter where we start, every mile brings us closer. And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. Drive like a Texan, kind, courteous, and safe.
We're working to get more information from Beaumont Police.
Join 12 News weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m., keeping you informed on what matters most.
And keep you safe when weather impacts your day.
Following the excitement with your team.
Covering local issues that matter in your community.
Watch 12 News at 6 and 10 p.m. and stream on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
We'll meet our 12 News Pet of the Week, Dolly. She's a 4.5-year-old Brindle Boxer mix, and she's a little on the chunky side. That's okay, no judgment here. She's an easygoing couch potato who loves belly rubs and playing dress up. In fact, don't try to take one of her dresses from her because she'll just run away. She loves everyone, including kids, but she should be the only pet in the home. Contact the Humane Society to meet Dolly today.
At the bus stop, it's chilly this morning. Temperatures back down into the 40s. We'll see a nice warm up though today. 65 at recess, and then on the way home, 74 and sunny skies. Looking pretty good on that drive home. Coastal marine forecast for today. A small craft use caution has been posted. West winds at about 10 to 20 knots with seas around 2 to 3 feet. A little choppy on the inland lakes and bays. Watch for that today. Next high tides coming up at 6:02 for this evening. Our sunrise, we just passed that a little bit ago at 7:02. Our sunsets at 5:58 right now. A little windy at Texas Point. West-southwesterly winds at 18, gusting to 23. Water temperature there out in the Gulf is into the middle to upper 50s.
Coming up on Daybreak 12 News Plus, the Olympic opening ceremonies begin tonight, and we're taking you out to the Museum of the Gulf Coast to remember past Olympians from the 409.
Plus, Lumberton High School's cheerleading team takes home a title and makes history. The championship they secured and how their hometown is celebrating.
And local athletes taking over the Golden Triangle. The high school students excelling in sports and being honored for making the super elite team.
And your time right now, 7:27. We're looking at the beautiful skies of Beaumont right now from our Roofing 911 Skycam network. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
All right, well, breaking news out of Vidor here on 12 News Plus, where there's been a wreck in the 1200 block of Main Street. Thanks for joining us here on Daybreak on 12 News Plus. I'm Mark Armstrong.
And I'm Tia Johnson. Police Chief Rodney Johnson confirmed someone has died. We're still working to confirm details, but here is our pictures of that scene. Looks like that black truck, Ram pickup truck was involved. You can see law enforcement officials there. Some first responders there as well. We're still working to confirm a lot of this information. There may be delays because of this. We will keep you updated as we learn more. Let's check back in with Jeff, your time 7:30, taking a live look from our Roofing 911 Skycam network at the skies of Jasper. The good news is, Jeff, the sun is shining, so it should kind of warm up a little bit.
Yeah, after this chilly temperatures we're seeing right now, we'll see a pretty quick warm up. I'm thinking over the next hour or so, a lot of these temperatures will be getting up close to about 50 degrees, especially around the triangle. Don't think that's going to happen in Jasper, because right now we're at 34 degrees in Jasper. It's cold there. Then 41 in Kirbyville, 43 in Woodville, 42 in Silsbee. Beaumont's at 45, 49 in Orange, and 46 in Port Arthur. So you need the jacket, coat out there for this morning. You can see the clear skies out for Port Arthur for this morning. Looking pretty nice down there. As we look at our satellite and radar, not seeing much out there at all across the state. We are expecting to see highs jump up into the middle 70s today. Winds will generally be out of the southwest, and then eventually come out of the north later on tonight as we get chilly once again. But your weekend looking great for any outdoor plans. We'll have a look at that coming up in weather in just a little bit.
Thank you, Jeff. Beaumont police are asking for your help to bring a missing man home safely.
Yeah, 71-year-old Glenn Royal, he was last seen January 22nd. Now, he was discharged from St. Elizabeth Hospital that day. Police say checked other hospitals and the Jefferson County Jail, but they haven't been able to find him. So if you've seen Royal or know where he might be, call Beaumont Police. All right, 7:32 right now. It's time for your morning rush with some of the top stories this morning.
First up, a planned power outage will impact the entire city of Jasper March 7th, starting at 10 p.m. and lasting about 5 hours. Crews will be replacing metering systems and doing maintenance at the Jason substation. Police will increase patrols, and city crews will monitor traffic signals and water systems. Officials say this is necessary to safely complete critical repairs. If you have questions, call City Hall.
Port Arthur ISD's CTE students getting a major boost thanks to a generous donation from Bechtel. The global engineering company provided tools and equipment to support hands-on learning. This helps students connect what they learn in the classroom to real-world careers. School leaders say that this builds skills, confidence, and career readiness, preparing students for success and strengthening the future workforce.
Thousands of local high school students attended a youth expo yesterday. It was hosted by Workforce Solutions of Southeast Texas at Doggett Ford Park in Beaumont. Organizers say about 3,000 students came out to see more than 140 local businesses, industry leaders, and military representatives who spoke to them about their career options. It showed students opportunities do exist close to home.
Well, the Temple to the Brave in Pipkin's Patriot Park has been added to the National Registry of Historic Places. The Beaumont landmark, it was built in 1931 by the Daughters of the American Revolution, and it honors Texas servicemen of all wars. Now, the temple has served as a museum for more than 90 years.
Happening today, veterans can attend a Southeast Texas Stand Down event in Port Arthur. It'll be at the Bob Bauer Civic Center from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's free and gives veterans a chance to get back on their feet with resources from organizations and vendors that connect them with housing information, clothing, legal services, and more.
Well, tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., the Port Arthur Public Library is going to host Super Tax Day. They're going to provide free tax preparation. This is all through the IRS VITA program, and it gives assistance to low to moderate income families unable to prepare their own returns. This is for the elderly, the disabled, and those who speak with limited English. The free service will continue from 1 to 5 p.m. every Thursday and every Saturday from 10 to 2 through April 11th.
And this weekend, Bingman Head Start in Beaumont is hosting a Popping into Pre-K registration fair. The program enrolls 3- and 4-year-olds with more than 500 pre-K seats available. Parents can scan a QR code or visit the BISD website to pre-register. That's the QR code right there on your screen. The in-person registration fair is tomorrow from 10 to 2 at Bingman Head Start on Kenneth Avenue.
Almost time for the 2026 Milan Cortina Winter Olympic Games. The Olympic Flame had arrived in Milan yesterday ahead of tonight's opening ceremonies. And from small town beginnings to Olympic stages, local athletes here in Southeast Texas, they are being honored at the Museum of the Gulf Coast.
So much history there. It's a reminder that big dreams can start close to home. 12 News reporter Derek Jones live at the Museum of the Gulf Coast. Derek, you've been on a history tour, learning a lot of history this morning.
Yeah, Marcus, here I've been learning a lot of history about the local athletes and Olympians who've participated in the Olympics here from Southeast Texas. And here to talk more about it, I have Sebastian Russo, the curator and archivist. And Sebastian, could you tell me a little bit about the Olympians that are here and their importance to the community?
Absolutely. So here at the Museum of the Gulf Coast, we have so many different athletes from different sports. Some of our big, Olympian names. Mark Henry, Babe Zahari, Sikors, Sidney Bowman, even back from the 30s and 50s. So many different types of skills and different competitions, and quite a few of them came out on top.
Gotcha. Could you tell me about a couple of athletes that we're looking at right now?
Sure. So on the right here, we got Donnie Cole and Corona on the left. Corona was actually going to be the coach for the 1940 boxing team, but got canceled because of the war. Shields, Gary Hammond, boxing and big football names for the local area. Hammond played for the Oilers, of course. And then back here we have the in progress section of the wing. We got different football and baseball players back there. Up at the front here we have Pat Superhawk Hardy, big Taekwondo name. Sidney Bowman as well, Buddy Davis, two of our Olympians from the 30s and 50s. They won bronze and silver. Luke Jackson in the middle here, he won gold with the men's basketball team back in 1952 over in Tokyo. Lil Joe Washington on the left there. He was a big football name for the area, of course. And his large statue right up front.
Gotcha. And then just to wrap everything up, how important is it to showcase these local Olympians, to show people here in Southeast Texas that they can do exactly what the Olympians here that are being honored can do?
Well, the great thing about our museum is everyone here has come from different backgrounds, different upbringings, but overall everyone here from the Gulf Coast, wanted to make it big, whether if it was from a young age or later on in life. Everyone had a passion that they followed, and it took them either to the Olympics or to the Super Bowl. It took them somewhere where they never thought they could be, and that's just a great inspiration, I think, for anyone.
All right. Thank you so much, Sebastian. So if you guys are looking for something to check out, the exhibit's not open yet, but come check out the Gulf Coast. Live in Port Arthur, Derek Jones, 12 News.
All right, Derek. Amazing how many Olympians that are just major athletes that we've had from our area.
Yeah.
All right, Derek. And the Olympics, they start with the opening ceremony tonight at 7 p.m. You can watch it and all the games here on NBC 12. And we want to highlight a few young Southeast Texas athletes this morning. 6
of them now on the Texas High School Coaches Association Super Elite Team in 5A. Tyon Tank King was named the defensive MVP. And 4A, Kelvie Jefferson and Anterion Fontenot from West Orange Stark and Kyle Walker from Silsbee make the list. And for 3A, Kendre Porter Jr. from Newton and Caleb Menard from Orangeville rounded out the list. Congratulations to all of these super elite young men.
Well, Lumberton High School cheerleaders are being recognized after making school history. They recently secured their first ever national championship at the UCA cheerleading competition. And now in a standing ovation, the city honoring the Raiders for putting Lumberton on the map.
12 News reporter Spencer Plato spoke to the squad.
I can't believe that I'm standing here with these people with these jackets and these medals.
Lumberton High School cheerleaders standing tall with jackets zipped and medals shining.
I want that white jacket. Like every time I would see it, I'd be like, please give it to me. And then now I actually have it, and other people were like, can I please, like somebody asked me to touch my jacket at Disney. And it's just crazy that I'm the person wearing the jacket.
The Raiders captured first place at the UCA National High School Cheerleading Championship, beating more than 30 co-ed teams from across the country. The program's first ever national title.
We've never really been honored at this level, I guess, and people really cared about what we did. And cheer is not everyone's thing. They don't watch it on TV like they watch football, but every single person in there watched our routine and loved it.
But the shining hardware came with sacrifice.
There's been a lot of hours, a lot of work that's gone into it. Early mornings, late evenings, long days, As a whole, we've all agreed that this is what we want, this is what we're working for, and we all locked in on it.
A win coaches say reflects more than skill.
Really hit the nail on the head of what it means to be a cheerleader at Lumberton and to really push yourself to limits that you didn't think you could do with all the obstacles and ups and downs.
A title that ends the season, but not the family made.
I've never felt this sort of unification like I did this year, and all of us being together, that was the one driving thing that got us where we are today.
Congrats to them. Coming up on 12 News Plus, plans for a bigger HEB in Orange are moving forward. What City Council will vote on next week and how neighbors feel about it. Plus, the Goldens are meeting in Golden this weekend. The Retriever owners attending the viral annual meetup in Golden, Colorado. And Dr. Thomas F. Freeman was a legendary educator, debate coach, and orator who shaped minds for over 80 years at Texas Southern University. He trained icons like Barbara Jordan and influenced Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And actor Denzel Washington even studied his techniques for the great debaters. As founding dean of TSU's Honors College, he built a legacy of academic excellence.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We are normal people just like you.
And together, we can make a difference.
Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
409 Sports. To us, it's about so much more than a highlight, wins or losses.
It's the heart that makes up the game, the triumph of the human spirit.
It's agony and victory, diehards and day ones. It can divide or unify a community.
We give you the stats, but then we inspire you with the stories. The unpredictable, unforgettable, and incomparable.
We bring it to you all because sports lives in the 409.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, "Don't mess with Texas" means don't litter.
It's hard to really come to terms with dementia. There are little things that you can't even begin to plan for that happen that you need the early diagnosis for. My mom has done so much for me. There's no way that I wouldn't do the same for her. It's so important to have the conversation with your doctor earlier because you just do not know what the future holds.
Are you at the mercy of your bladder? If leaks are keeping you from living your best life, you should know that it doesn't have to be that way. Incontinence can be treated. Don't wait to get the help you deserve. The National Association for Continence is a nonprofit organization that's helped millions get on the path to a life without leaks. Visit nafc.org now to download your free pelvic floor muscle training kit and become the boss of your bladder.
Welcome back, everyone. A fifth lawsuit has been filed against Camp Mystic in the wake of last year's deadly hill country flooding, this time by the family of Kyle Stewart, who's still missing. She's one of the 27 campers and counselors killed at the camp on July 4th. The suit claims those in charge told the girls to stay put before the water rose more than 30 feet. One of the attorneys for Camp Mystic says, in part, quote, "We intend to demonstrate and prove that this sudden surge of flood waters far exceeded any previous flood in the area by several magnitudes." The camp plans to partly reopen later this year.
If you're just heading out the door, look at these numbers. We're in the 40s, 50s, and 30s to start off on this Friday morning, so it's a bit chilly. You'll need the jacket or the coat out there for this morning, especially Jasper showing 36, and then we jumped to about 50 in Orange, 46 in Port Arthur, 45 in Beaumont. Woodville's at 43, 41 in Kirbyville, and then 42 in Silsbee. Plenty of sunshine. You'll need those sunglasses on the way to work. As you can see, sunny skies throughout of all of southeast Texas. Let's take you over to the Horseman's Western store, where we're currently showing 51 degrees, humidity about 72% with a west wind at 5. We'll continue with those west winds throughout most of the day on our Roofing 911 Live SkyCam network there. Horseman's Western Store looking at the traffic, and not too much going on there through Orange, not too packed up. Looks like going pretty smoothly if you're heading over towards maybe Lake Charles for this morning, or maybe leaving Lake Charles and coming over towards Beaumont. Looks like all right as far as I-10 is concerned right now. Satellite and radar, pretty quiet. We don't have much going on, nothing on radar, and there may be a few clouds out towards parts of West Texas. That's about it. This region should stay quiet through the weekend, so travel plans take you up to Dallas or maybe out towards West Texas, San Antonio. It looks like you'll be fine. Going to Austin, you'll be fine this weekend. Don't have to worry about any active weather. It will be chilly the next few mornings, just like this morning. This morning we'll jump into the 50s by 10 a.m. Lunchtime already in the upper 60s, and then into the middle 70s for highs for this afternoon. So looking good for this afternoon for the outdoor activities planned. And then 60s for this evening, back into the 50s by late in the evening. And then it gets chilly again tomorrow morning. We'll see a little bit more of a north wind kick in overnight, and that should push us back down into those middle 40s to start off on Saturday. But sunshine today, nice and warm. Middle 70s will be about 10 degrees warmer than normal, and we'll see west winds at 5 to 10. For tonight, clear skies. Temperatures dropping back down into the middle 40s. It's going to be a chilly start on Saturday. Also a chilly start on Sunday as well, about 46, and then afternoon highs through the weekend will be near 70. You can see 70 on Saturday and then 72 on Sunday. So weekend looks good. And then next week, really warm temperatures out there for this time of year, anywhere from 74 to about 75 on Monday and Wednesday. A little bit cooler there on Tuesday and Thursday, 72, 73. We do see a small chance of rain, about 30% late Tuesday going into Wednesday morning before the sun comes up, maybe a few showers at 20% coverage.
Can we slate this for the rest of spring and all that? That's a great forecast right there with those temperatures.
I'd like to see those temperatures year round.
Yes, I would too.
I was looking at some of the records for this time of year, and they're in the 80s. Just last year, we were seeing highs in the 80s at this time. So, no, I think I'd rather have 70s.
Yeah.
I agree. 50s in the morning, 70s in the afternoon.
There you
That's
go.
perfect.
All right, thank you, Jeff.
You bet.
We're still following that breaking news out of Vidor, where there's been a wreck in the 1200 block of Main Street. Photos right here of that scene unfolding right now. Police Chief Rodney Johnson confirmed someone had died. We're still working to confirm details, but if you have to drive in the area, be on the lookout. There may be delays. Of course, we will keep you updated.
HEB one step closer to building a larger store in Orange. The grocery giant has officially bought the Northway Shopping Center, and next week the City Council is going to vote on grants and tax incentives for that project.
12 News reporter Daniela Tabuada Palau has more.
We are exploding out here.
Residents in Orange are excited about the possibility of a larger HEB coming to town.
I trust our city council.
That trust comes as incentives for the project moves through City Council. On February 10th, Council will hold a first of 2 required readings on 3 packages tied to the new store.
We're trying to give them incentives to help with the cost of putting in a new business in the city of Orange. And it's a pretty massive project.
The incentives include a $1.5 million infrastructure grant from the EDC, a measure the group has already approved, along with a 10-year sales and property tax rebate. Councilman Matt Chandler says he plans to vote for the incentives.
I'm extremely excited about it because more growth means more opportunity to help the taxpayers, to bring in growth in other areas, and I think it's a win for the city all the way around.
Chandler believes council will move the project forward, but HEB still has work to do.
They're still in their early stages of due diligence, so we don't have a timeline yet, but things are moving in a good direction.
12 News did learn that tenants received notice of an ownership change at the Northway Shopping Center. HEB purchased the property in November. News that many residents say is a positive sign for Orange.
The community growth that's going to happen here is going to be really positive for all of us here. It's going to create a lot of jobs, going to bring a lot of money to the areas.
Yeah, it's going to be nice.
And that was Daniela Tabuada Palau reporting.
Yeah, if you want to make a public comment, the council meeting is going to be next Tuesday morning, and we've got all that details there on 12newsnow.com. Well, from Golden Triangle growth to golden retrievers, there's a meetup this weekend and none other than Golden, Colorado.
The annual event brings joy to the city, its residents, and their pets. Here's ABC's Danny New.
If you're the town of Golden, Colorado, why wouldn't you come up with an event to celebrate golden retrievers?
We never could have imagined it would turn into people coming from all over the country and the world.
This weekend is Goldens in Golden, an annual canine jamboree that welcomes between 3,000 and 5,000 golden retrievers to this proud mountain community.
Goldens are the best dogs, and then the town of Golden is, I think, the best town in America.
Joy Meadows here thought of the idea a few years ago while walking her dog, Waffle. And now it's exploded into an international draw that saw more than 10,000 visitors last year. Now, contrary to popular belief, all dogs are welcome, even though there have been some disguises over the years, like this boxer mix who almost fooled you in his blonde wig. Tom Cruise could never be so slick.
We see some fun stuff. We've seen dogs with t-shirts that say "My mom was a golden."
And non-dog owners like this reporter are always invited to come pet thousands of dogs too, but this year has some fun new wrinkles. For example, an election. Right now the ballot box is open to vote on multiple awards, including honorary mayor. Candidates include Cash, Millie, Hero, Phoenix, and the candidate you'd want to have a bone with, Baxter.
All of them are so cute, and it was really hard to get down to the 5 finalists for each category.
City Communications Director Meredith Ritchie tells me this year's Goldens in Golden will also feature its first ever fashion show with prizes. Just be careful that one of the models you're looking at could really be Secret Agent James Blonde.
All right, Danny New. Law enforcement agencies across the country, they use artificial intelligence to help solve crimes and more.
Some of that same technology is helping protect Southeast Texas. Tonight at 10, we'll talk about how police departments here are turning to AI for license plate readers, to translating data in real time, and even helping cover gaps.
A force multiplier for law enforcement.
How departments are staying on the cutting edge without replacing the human behind the badge. Witness the future of policing tonight at 10, only on 12 News. When Daybreak returns on 12 News Plus, we'll have more news and weather in your morning rush out.
From Dallas to Houston, San Antonio to Austin, it's the news that moves all of Texas. Texas News Now. One power-packed hour with enough Texas news to fill a 10-gallon hat. Your top headlines, weather alerts, and big travel updates. No matter where you're headed, across town or across the state, we've got Texas covered. Texas News Now, weekdays noon, only on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
To the spot welders and forklift drivers, to the pipeline technicians and plant operators, to the chemists, custodians, and contractors, and the engineers, pilots, and wellhead pumpers. To the people working day after day, keeping our Power City rolling, 12 News is telling your stories.
Extended the temporary restraining order.
When industry news breaks, we're on the front lines, digging into the issue, filtering out rumors, and giving you the facts, direct from inside sources.
Lamar is working to protect Power City from hackers.
Taking on the story from all sides and all angles with award-winning coverage.
The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Southeast Texas is a power city, and we're bringing the power to you. 12 News, putting Southeast Texas first.
This is a tornado on the ground.
And the roads are slippery.
We have a tropical storm warning.
Look at this water.
Street flooding in Beaumont.
It is going to get extremely cold.
The metal building blew away from a business.
Staying safe behind the wheel is imperative.
Find a safe spot, move to an interior room.
Just make sure you're staying safe.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
No matter where we start, every mile brings us closer. And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. Drive like a Texan. Kind, courteous, and safe.
Hey, welcome back to Daybreak on 12 News Plus, 7:55 right now. Time for your morning rush out on this Friday morning.
Okay, here's everything you need to know as you start your day. We got some breaking news out of Vidor when there's been a wreck in the 1200 block of Main Street. Police Chief Rodney Johnson confirmed someone had died. We're still working to confirm details, but if you have to drive in that area, please be careful. There may be delays. Of course, we will keep you updated.
All right, Beaumont police, they're asking for your help finding a 71-year-old Glenn Royal, and he was last seen January 22nd when he was discharged from St. Elizabeth Hospital. Now, they have checked other hospitals and the Jefferson County Jail, but they haven't been able to find him, so if you know where he is or could be, call police.
A power outage for the entire city of Jasper is planned for March 7th. It will start at 10 p.m. and last about 5 hours as crews replace metering systems and do maintenance at the Jason substation. Police will increase patrols and city crews will monitor traffic signals and water systems.
Looks like a good forecast as we head towards your weekend. Today 74, over the weekends lower 70s. Chilly mornings, we're in the 40s this morning and 40s over the weekend, but overall looks like a pretty good forecast for this weekend. And then next week a little bit warmer as we'll see a small chance of rain as we head towards late Tuesday into Wednesday. That shouldn't be a big deal. And morning lows won't be quite as chilly. We'll be in the 50s instead of the 40s.
Big news for Beaumont. We are one of only 10 finalists in the Texas Monthly and Coca-Cola Southwest Beverages Star-Spangled Texas campaign. That's not a mouthful, I swear. The top 3 cities with the most votes in this are going to win a custom mural, and we would love to see one right here in Southeast Texas. To help make it happen, be sure to visit 12newsnow.com for a link to vote. Very cool.
We've already got so many murals. I think we have to be one of the cities with the most murals in Texas already.
We've definitely taken the lead on it. It's nice to see, though. It adds character. Thanks so much for watching.
We'll be back at 11 a.m.
Have a great day.